The cruise ship, flanked by two police boats, crept slowly under the Golden Gate Bridge. I knew instinctively that I was witnessing history, and like all 21st century citizens, I with my phone and I started to record. It felt a lot like the day on September 11th that I watched from my office window in Arlington, Virginia, as people streamed out of downtown Washington, D.C., walking up Wilson Boulevard, away from danger, but not sure when they would actually be out of danger. I knew it was momentous. I just didn't know how big it would get or how much things would change. It's funny that we don't really register how important something is until it has passed us by, until we have something to compare it to. Standing on JFK Drive on the shore of the San Francisco Bay, we went from a family of 5 on a carefree vacation to a scary journey back through 2 airports and finally to our house, where we would all be working and going to school from home, and nothing would ever be the same. Even when we get back to normal, whatever that is, it won't be the same. As you know, we came home to a very different world with very different challenges. But one thing stayed the same. Despite social distancing, we all still want to be connected. In times of tension, we seem more acutely aware of the community. Do you want to learn how community changed my life and business and how it can change yours too? My name is Cami Huiza, founder of Smart Secrets and the social marketing agency Zoetica. We have brands find, attract, and activate their online community using social media for over 15 years. We've helped hundreds of brands, big and small, build supportive online communities. As a small woman-owned business, I've always been passionate about helping smaller brands and entrepreneurs take advantage of social media, which is why I founded Smart Social Secrets, the educational arm of our company. But I didn't always have it all figured out. When I was first married, I learned the lesson of the importance of community by accident. I moved with my new husband from Washington, D.C. to Texas, leaving everything and everyone that I knew behind, including my identity and my fancy job as Director of Communications at a national trade association in Washington, D.C. I joyfully started my business as a public relations consultant. I was excited to be working from home and be able to care for our young son, who is now 16. I created my first website and blog, excited about this new world of social media. And then I waited. And I waited. And I waited. And still nothing happened. My only coworker that spring was a barn swallow who nested just outside of my apartment window. It started to feel like the best days of my professional life had passed. Have you ever been there? Feeling like your dreams were just out of your reach, like you were stranded on a deserted island with no hope of rescue, or like you were at the bottom of a well and no one could hear you. That was me. But I am not the type to give up easily. I pulled up my bootstraps and came up with a system. It was a simple one. Every day I would comment on one blog post in my niche of PR and marketing. The comment had to be a quality one and that added to the conversation and that would be of value to other readers. I didn't link to anything or try to sell anything. I've been doing this for about a month when it finally happened. Up came a mention from a well-regarded PR blogger in Dallas. Then came one from a tech author. From there, it snowballed. And before long, I was interacting with influencers from around the globe. The comment section of my blog filled up every time that I posted. It seemed magical, but it wasn't. Not really. I'd stumbled upon a universal principle. The more you give, the more that you get in return. I started building relationships with the people I was hoping to attract by adding value to their efforts first, before trying to get them to add value to me and my goals. This relentless focus on community building as a marketing strategy has been the guiding star of my career. A few years ago, I wrote this book of quotes and woke up one morning to find the one you see here on the screen had gone viral. As of today, Google has indexed that quote 2,340 times, And that doesn't include Instagram, where it's shared on a weekly basis. I am not a famous person, so I don't think this quote's popularity has anything to do with me. People want to connect with each other because they want to be seen and heard. I took all of the knowledge I've gained from online community building and worked it into a system that I have used to build communities for big brands like Google for nonprofits, SeaWorld, Good 360, the American Red Cross, and many more companies that you may or may not recognize, including building my own online communities that you see here on the screen. I want to take the next few minutes and share with you 4 counterintuitive smart social secrets that you can start using today to build your own community that will support you through thick and thin. Are you game? Awesome, let's do it. Secret number 1, clarity. You'll never make everyone happy. You must obsessively focus on the people that your message or product can help. You must clarify who your ideal audience or customer is and what unique system or secret sauce you can bring to the table. It can be challenging, but when you nail it, the results can be dramatic. The journey starts with one person. If you want to talk to people, a lot of people, you're never going to make it. You must talk to one person in your communication. Some people create an avatar or a persona. I like to call them your ideal community member. You want to have a very clear picture of who this person might be, their age, gender, personality, and problems. Many resist doing this because they fear it will niche them down too far. The truth is, you'll attract more people, not less. For instance, my ideal community member is a woman, 35 to 50, who is a communicator or small agency owner. But in my current Smart Social Secrets course, I have about 25% men, and their professions range from carpet cleaner to engineer to healthcare and more. I solve a specific problem. I help brands find, attract, and activate their online audiences using social media. This brings in the people that are attracted to my message. Let me be bold to say that you want to both repel and attract people. Sometimes it helps to think of who you don't want to attract to your products or services. For instance, I attract action takers. I reward people who take action and get things done, and I repel people who want an easy win, like buying followers or chasing the latest tactic to get more attention. Take a sheet of paper, see, action, and draw a line down the middle of it. On one side, write down the qualities of people you want to attract, and on the other side, the qualities of people you want to repel. Extra credit if you send it to me on one of my social media networks or via email. You can get all of that info at the end of the presentation. Okay, are you ready for secret number 2? All right, let's do it. Secret number 2, connect. Go small to go big. You do not need tens of thousands of followers to be successful. You need a small core of true fans. Connect with them by serving them, adding value, and building community. When you have a relationship with your audience, they become more like family. They protect you when you're being attacked. They pitch in when you need help. They share your messages and they buy from you because they know, like, and trust you. In 2008, Kevin Kelly came up with this wild concept. If you have 1,000 true fans that pay you about $200 a year, you can make a decent living. This was at the dawn of the gig economy. Kevin Kelly is the founder of executive editor of Wired magazine, the founding executive editor. And people really got excited about this idea. And the truth is this is a great place to start. If you have 1,000 true fans that then share with their audiences, you cannot imagine what a multiplier effect that might have on this income. But $200,000 is a pretty good income, even today. In order to attract your ideal community member and build your tribe of 1,000 true fans, you'll need a big vision. Your story is what's going to connect your ideal customer. You want to tell stories that allow your customers to see you as both relatable and inspirational, as both ordinary and extraordinary. They need to be able to see themselves in your stories and see that you might have the answers to their problems. One way to do this is to have a very big vision that you share with them. For instance, over the next 2 years, my goal is to help 1,000 entrepreneurs and communicators learn how to apply these hard-learned secrets without the significant investment that me and my clients have had to make. I feel like these next few years are going to be life-defining, and I want to build my community to not only survive it, but to become influencers who make major impact on millions of people. Can you see how you could fit into my vision? In fact, I can't reach my vision without you. Okay, now you write your big vision. I gave you a formula, so work on it until it makes you excited and maybe a little scared. That's how you'll know you're there. Your community of true fans is an asset that you need to build over time, but that will continue to pay off in. And it doesn't have to be hard. I teach an easy 2x2 method to get started building community. The idea behind the Build Your Community 2x2 is to start 2 conversations and 2 replies or comments per day. That's it. At the end of the presentation, I've included a link. You can get this free mini course that I have put together on this 2x2 method. But here's how it works. 2 conversations per day. You want to initiate a conversation by asking a question to your community, a group of people or an individual. And then number 2, replies or comments per day. Respond or share someone else's content and be sure to add your own thoughts. Just 2x2, you're going to make it to the end. And here's the deal. Just doing 2x2 per day, you can make a huge impact. In fact, people we've trained to do this report getting results in the very first week, and I know it can work for you. So within a week, you've connected with 28 people. In a month, 840, and in a year, over 10,000 people. Even if you only do half the work, you've connected with over 5,000 people in a year. In social media, slow and steady will win the race every time. Haven't you ever noticed a rising star to see them burn out a few months or years later? In my 15 years of experience, I've seen a few. So, are you ready for secret number 3? Yes, let's do it. Secret number 3, create. Relatable content is king. Well, that's obvious, right? Are you tired of creating content on social media and getting crickets? Content should be designed to solve a problem or to inspire. When you create content that connects with your true fans, you will never run out of things to say. Scroll stopping content is always about your true fans and not about you. Even when you're talking about your product, it should always be wrapped in how it's relatable to your ideal community member. We do this with content buckets. First, you need to be clear about what you will be known for. One of the biggest mistakes I actually see is that people are all over the place with their content. One day they're a chef, the next day an author, the next day an accountant that is great with your taxes. Your true fans will follow you for a reason. They'll know what you do and even likely recommend you. I can't tell you how many awesome people I know online, but I'm not 100% sure what they do. Once you're clear on what you'll be known for, you need to create content buckets that support your main idea. I would recommend 3 to 5 buckets and no more than 7. According to researchers, working memory in the human brain can optimally remember about 4 items. That's why in my Smart Social Secrets course, we talk about having clarity on your social media strategy, connect and activate your ICM, creating content that attracts your ICM, and calibrating your strategy, measuring your results, and making adjustments. Those 4 things. You need a framework, a way to take people on a journey with you. For instance, as an author of fiction, it might be the structure of your stories and the way that you take a reader on a journey. And in nonfiction, the way that you organize information to make it easier to remember and implement. Take a few minutes to jot down your process. If you aren't sure, pretend you're teaching someone else to do what you do and lead them through your thought process step by step. You'll probably have many steps. I love using Post-it notes. I put each of my steps on a Post-it note and arrange them until I had them in these 4 buckets. All right, are you ready for Smart Social Secret number 4? Yes, Cami. Go on to smart social secret number 4, please. Okay. Secret number 4, calibrate. Numbers aren't scary. I think when we hear we must measure the results of our social media outreach, 2 objections arise. Number 1, how do you measure relationships? It feels salesy and slimy. And number 2, I was never great at math. I can't measure. I totally get that. I've used both excuses in the past, but measuring the results of your communication also shows you how effective you are at helping your fans reach their goals. So it's not all about you. I bake measurement into all of the projects I do with my clients and in my online course. I teach my students how to measure what matters and along the customer journey, pinpoint where to make adjustments to their social media strategy. If you don't know what's not working, how can you fix it and make it better so that your fans get what they want? There are many levels of measurement in social media. And here's my 5A metrics framework that I put together to make sense of it for myself. Number 1 is activity. You need activity, which is basically sending out messages and interacting with your ICM in order to get attention. And those are these opportunities to see the reach that you get and the number of people that see your content. That brings what I call awareness. And that's when people start talking to you. They start interacting with you, engaging with you. And then that leads to attitudes, that cultivates those attitudes. And that's when people are talking about you when you aren't there. That means they're recommending you and putting you forth. You don't want that to be negative. You want it to be positive. So you have to have those relationships in place. So those attitudes are there when people are talking about you when you aren't there. And then that leads to actions. And that's the things that they do, which brings me to my next screen. This one is how I measure the journey. So remember those steps I told you about? You also want to do similar steps for the journey that you want to take your customer on. And I'm just opening my kimono here and showing you my journey for Smart Social Secrets. It's fresh on my mind since we just launched this year. And I wanted to share with you how we're doing it. So step number 1, and I do this with my clients too, is we create visibility content in social media. And that's really where we are with you on this journey. You want to decide what that content will be: videos, live streams, podcasts, visual, written blogs, speaking, ads, a combination of those or both. Make sure that you don't bite off more than you can chew. Choose 1 or 2 of these. I'm doing videos live streamed, and we're running ads to those videos. Those ads will take you to our 2x2 Connect formula, our mini course, which I'm offering to you for free here today. And then I'm also going to be starting a free Facebook group right after this course ends. That's coming up in a few months. So that measurement for that would be the number of people that are engaging with that content, very important, and the number of downloads that we get for the 2x2 Content Connect Formula mini course. That allows me to begin a relationship with people. And then the number of people joining the group will become also a metric. These are the actions that people are taking. Then step 2 is the quick win or taste. And that really is that 2x2 Connect formula and the group. And in that step, people are trading their email. That's going to be email list growth. That's what we're going to be measuring there. And then testimonials of people who've gone through the 2x2 and have had great results. Because if people don't get great results with your first taste, they may not go any further than that. So you want it to be easy to do, simple, something that they can get results really quickly from. And then step number 3 is really nurturing that relationship. So we're going to be doing weekly email with social media tactics and strategies baked in. And then we're going to do this long burn nurturing content around that 4C framework I told you about, the 4 things, right? So those 4 things. And then of course the open rates on those emails are going to be really important to us. We want to just pack those with value. And then step number 4 is deeper connection from followers to customers. So we will have another challenge coming up in about 4 weeks or so, maybe in June, end of June, early July, something like that. And that's going to be a 1-week quick start challenge. And that really is taking you through a lot of these steps quickly so that you can have a plan in place. And I think we're going to charge $27 or something very inexpensive for it. And that's an intro to kind of what we do in Smart Social Secrets, which is a longer 6-week course, which costs more. But I want you to see what we can do. So like try before you buy. And just that small bump, buying the course, that 1-week course for $27, it makes the people that are coming in more action takers. I want them to be serious. I really do value those action takers because they get those results. And then we're going to have a little pop-up group there. So that'll be measured on the number of participants in the quick start. I doubt I'll make any money off that. That's not the point of the group. It's just to get the serious people weeded out. Remember, they attract, repel. I'm repelling a certain number of people by making it not free. And then step number 5 is customer service. And that's when I really am able to help people. And that's the Smart Social Secrets course. Right now, we're going through the course with about 30 students, and we are full court press. My entire team is in there with them every day, helping them put together their plans. And when they fall down and say, I can't find my ICM, how do I do that? We walk them through it. So that's really about them taking work. I want them to do the work, take action, and get that full transformation, going from just understanding it to actually getting it done. And that is measured by the number of participants. And also, again, testimonials become really important for us because that shows how the course works for people that come in the future. And then step number 6 is what I call next steps. You always want to have somewhere for your people to go to the next step with you. It's really kind of unfair if they want to do something with you and you have nothing for them. For years and years, people would ask me, can I get mentoring from you? Can I get anything from you? And all I had was our done for you agency services, which run something like $5,000 a month. Or, I think you can only work with me starting at about $3,000 is our cheapest product. So that was really expensive and definitely not what they needed. And so I was doing a disservice to people by not having something for them to work with me. I'm going to ask the customers, what do you want to do next? I'm going to hear from them, and we will create something for them for the next step. That's the call to action, ascend to the next level. And then I will measure the number of people continuing on that journey. And again, there's going to be people in different levels, different steps of this journey all along. So you can kind of see where they are. And guess what? You can also see where any kind of mistakes were made or when you have any issues. You will never wonder again why it's not working, because you may see a huge number of engagement in step 1, but suddenly nobody's joining the email list. So maybe the offer isn't good enough. Like the 2x2 may not be the greatest. It is. I'm going to tell you, I'm really excited about the 2x2 because it's getting amazing results for people. And, you'll know, like, do I have to tweak the messaging a little bit, make them understand what's in it for them? You will be able to see where the numbers drop off. It's so, so important that you do that, because the more people that go through the 2x2 formula and go up to the next level, the more I can help them actually reach their goals. All right, it's time to take action. I want to help you get started building and connecting with your ideal community today. We've prepared for you the Build Your Online Community free mini course. The 2 plan will help you to find, attract, and act your community. We've put the link to the resource at the bottom of the slide, but it's located in the description of this training. Let me close with this thought. At the heart of it all is the community that you will build. And it is by far and away the most important asset you will ever have. It's the single thing that took me from that lonely apartment to a multiple 6-figure social media marketing agency that I run today. My friend Alan Weinkrantz, who's here on the slide, spent his life in service to small tech startups. He served as an ambassador for the cloud computing company Rackspace, and his call to action was, be helpful. We got along because we were both committed to building community, and we were some of the original PR bloggers where I lived in Texas. He unfortunately was tragically killed when a car lost control in Tel Aviv. What I learned from him was that we only have a small amount of time on this planet to make the impact we're supposed to make. Some social scientists worry that social media will further isolate people and increase loneliness. It does not have to be that way. What I learned all years ago as I searched the internet for validation of my expertise is that it was all about the community and not about me. If you want to be validated, validate others. If you want to be less isolated, build thriving communities. And if you want to be successful, help others to be successful. So that's it, guys. Thank you so much. Let me know if you're still here, if you had any questions. And it worked. Yay. I was really excited about that. So awesome. I've got Kieran, his big vision. I'd like to hear what your big vision is. Yeah, I asked a couple of questions. What is your big vision? Would be one that I'm really interested in right now. And Kieran talks about his big vision is to serve the airline employee marketplace. So you like the 1K at $200 a year option. Cool. I was going to ask you guys what you guys really, connected with the most. The first secret was you'll never make everyone happy, which is all about that you're going to repel some people and you're going to attract other people. There's going to be people that you do repel, and that's fine. It's actually okay, because I think if you spend your whole life trying to make other people happy in your business, you're going to miss the boat. If you want to say that, because I had that boat. Number two, go small to go big, which is really that 1K at 200 per year concept that you talked about. That's the Kevin Kelly 1,000 True Fans idea. And so I really love that too, because it really doesn't take 10,000, 100,000, a million followers to have a really great business and to make a huge impact in the world. So that was number two. And number three was relatable content. So creating content that really connects with the right people at the right time. I think that's really important. And then number four is the measurement. And I went deep into the measurement, so hopefully I didn't lose you guys there. But I think measurement is something that, it has to be about the engagement. It has to be about how you're moving the needle along your big vision. That's part of it. And then of course, the money you make on the other side. So I think when we talk about ROI, we have to talk about, yes, the money you make and the money you spend and all of that, but also the impact that you're making. I think the impact is huge. I think that's really, really important. For me, it's everything. I mean, for me, impact is what I'm trying to do here. So I'm really excited about that. And I talked in the video, because I did this about a month ago. We are doing a quick start next week. We're going to go through the 2x2. We're going to go through your clarity. We're going to set your big vision. We're going to create a irresistible offer, or that I like to work with. We're going to do that all next week, just every day. And I think the link to it is in the description of wherever you're watching this. It's in the description. I'd love to have you with us. It's only $37. It's cheaper than going out to take out with your family. So I'm trying to do this because I really want to have that impact. Again, I told you I want to help 1,000 entrepreneurs build their online community over the next couple of years. And so you are part of that. So if you are like me and you're in, even if you're in the same boat as I am, you think, hey, I know as much as you do. You probably do. It's fine. But have you had somebody hold your feet to the fire? Have you had accountability? That's what we're going to have next week. And I have my whole team coming in. My team that actually works with all of our clients. They do all of the day-to-day social media management for huge brands. They're going to all be there to help you guys. And so jump in, guys. It's $37 and we're going to have so much fun. And you can tell I'm really passionate about this. I'm passionate about whoever's coming in next week. I'm all in. I'm all in with you. So I hope you do it. Join us. It's really easy to do. Just click on the link. And there you go. And the 2x2 concept, go good, Paul. I think the 2x2 concept is really good. I kind of had, Noah's Ark in mind, just saying that. Paul is one of my old priests. No, he's not old. He's one of my priests from the past. So the link for the thing, Kerwin, is, can you see in the description of the video above the description, if you just hit the more button, there's a click, you just click on the link. It's smartsocialsecrets.com/quick start. So can you see that? Let me know. Yeah. ASIL capital. Cool. Okay. So, so if you do that real quick, let me know you can see it, Kieran. And if not, I'll jump into Facebook in a minute here and just send it to you as well. So if you do want it and you can't find it, just tell me in the comments right now and I'll send you it as a DM as well for next week. So I'm really, really excited to be doing this with my team next week. And I hope you guys choose to join us, because I think that if you're here and you listen through this, that this is the kind of thing that will help you to grow in a way that's sustainable. And I think growing your social media in a way that's sustainable and making that impact that you need to make, I really want to help you to do that. So I hope you join us next week.
hit me up if you need me. If you can't find the link, let me know. I'm just one message away on every platform. So please let me know that you're interested. And I hope you join us next week. Take care, guys. Okay, cool. I'll send it. Yeah, I see that. Bob, I see that. Okay, good. Yeah, I'll send it to you. No worries. And Kieran, I'll do the same. All right, guys. Thanks very much. Have a great day. Bye.